Hello, this is Lori Polinsky with Absolute Certainty, and I'm making this audio recording because many people are on the verge of what we call awakening, or actually raising your consciousness, awakening your awareness that there's more to life than what you may have thought originally. That means seeing yourself from another perspective, maybe a deeper perspective. Maybe you feel like there's something more and you're not quite sure what it is. Maybe you feel like you've been playing too small and you're wondering what's next. This is often how people feel when they're discovering that there is in fact more to life than what we've originally been taught. And it requires us to start to see things from a bigger picture perspective. So I'm making this recording with regard to seeing things from the bigger perspective and really receiving revelations that there is more to you and more to your life than what you may have already imagined. The way I see it is that each part of your life is like a part of a puzzle, an individual part of a puzzle. That's your childhood, different experiences as you grow up, your schooling, your religion, jobs you've had, interactions with others. Each part of your life is like an individual scene in a much bigger picture. If we're thinking of it in terms of a puzzle, one part may be the sky, one part may be a set of balloons, one part might be trees or grass or houses. At first, you don't see how each scene of your life connects to anything else. You see each scene as its individual scene or experience. Each scene in your puzzle really is complete in itself, but they're also parts of a much bigger picture that at first we don't necessarily see the whole picture. Do you often feel that there is more out there for you? Something bigger waiting to happen. You may feel this sense that you're on the verge of something bigger waiting to happen. You may feel like you've been playing too small and you're ready for something more. You can't see that there are other pieces out there, little pieces, just waiting to happen. You may have an inner knowing or a sense that there's something more, but you can't see what it is. These little pieces out there are tools. They're information, connections for you to use to expand your world and fulfill your higher potentials, take you to the next levels in your life. These connections or these tools, they're people, circumstances, relationships, opportunities that are waiting to come your way, possibilities that exist, each waiting for you to be ready to create the next scene in your life. Some people become so comfortable with the individual scenes in their puzzle, they don't allow themselves to think about the possibility of adding new pieces. They effectively stop dreaming of other scenes. In other words, they're choosing to limit themselves to the scenes that they're already comfortable with. They feel uncomfortable even with the thought about the possibility of adding other pieces or creating new scenes in their bigger picture. They're really shutting down to the natural process of their own evolution. Your higher self has a larger plan for your life. That feeling that there's something more or something bigger waiting to happen is your higher self telling you that it's time to start adding another scene to your puzzle. The pieces are there, but it takes faith in the universe and trust in yourself to step out of your familiar scene to seek out the next piece. Here's something to remember, that everything happens for a reason. You may have already started to discover in your own awakening process that different experiences that you've had in your past, like a job that you've had, a boss that you've had, someone that you met, or something that you learned along the way, no matter how small or unimportant that may have seemed at the time, at some point you may find yourself saying, oh my gosh, that's why I had that mean boss that I had in my past, or that's why I had that summer job. I couldn't figure out how that fit in, but now I know that I learned something at that job that really applies to what I need for what's next in my life. You understand exactly how something in your past, no matter seemingly how small, actually was relevant to what's next for you. So pay attention to everything. Look at everything as if there's a message in it for you. At first, this could drive you crazy because there's so many things going on in our life, so many things that we've accumulated and collected in our life experience. But here's the thing. As you grow in your higher consciousness and evolution, there's less and less drama in your life. Things really become more refined, more simplistic. So it's easier to look at each thing, each person, each event as it comes along, and then ask yourself what it's here to show you. Every single thing that you experience in your life, every single experience you'll ever have, is really a piece of your overall puzzle. Every piece will bring you value in some way. Without each piece, your puzzle will always be incomplete. As you look at each piece of your puzzle, each seemingly disparate scene in your puzzle, you'll soon discover patterns showing up in everything. You'll begin to see how these patterns all fit together, how it really does all flow, how it shows you more of who you are, and you develop this rich, amazing scene or bigger picture of who you are and why you're here. You will realize that everything matters. You will realize that you are creating your life. Thank you so much for joining me in this section of Seeing the Bigger Picture. I hope that you enjoyed this. Please watch for more entries from Absolute Certainty. This is Lori Polinsky, and you can find me at www.loripolinsky.com or connect with me on Facebook at Lori Polinsky.